Hello ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at the 2018 Ducati Multistrada 1200 Enduro Pro. This is the top of the line dual sport bike from Ducati. I just spent the last weekend in Joshua Tree, California testing out its off-road capabilities, and I've been riding it around this week to test its on-road capabilities. Very impressed with this bike, both on-road and off-road. And I'll do a quick walk around of it and talk about some of the features unique to the Enduro and then unique specifically to the Enduro Pro, the model that we're looking at here. So both bikes are powered by a 1200cc L-twin motor that makes 152 horsepower and 100 pound-feet of torque that is sent through a 6-speed manual gearbox. At the front, we have 48mm front forks, Brembo brakes, ABS, these 19-inch multi-spoke wheels, wrapped in Pirelli tires, and the Enduro Pro specifically has the Pirelli Scorpion Rally tires that are sort of a hybrid between a knobbier dirt bike tire and a standard street bike tire. The Enduro Pro adds these LED handlebar lights and this lower windscreen, so when you're riding off-road you can see over this easier. Both the Enduro and Enduro Pro have this 5-inch digital display that let me just power on for you so you can see it. And they both have access to 4 ride modes: Sport, Touring, Urban, and Enduro. And these ride modes flip through the 8-level traction control system based on your riding experience. They adjust the other electronic control systems on the bike. They tailor the throttle response and the performance based on if you're going to be off-road, on-road, and what kind of performance you're looking out of the bike. This Terminiani exhaust system is part of the Enduro package. It sounds really good. I will fire it up for you in just a second so you can hear it. Ducati's DSS Skyhook suspension system with adaptive damping and preload is part of this package as well, with the Sachs monoshock in the rear. These panniers here are not part of the Enduro or Enduro Pro package. These are standalone options, and they can fill with a lot of stuff. They're super deep and very easy to put on and take off the bike, as I found out. The bike is, just getting into some of my impressions, it's a very comfortable bike. It is 575 pounds though, so at low speeds you can really feel the weight of the bike. Once you're moving, it completely melts away and it feels like such an easy bike to ride on and off-road. I didn't mention these tank guards here. These are part of the Enduro Pro package, so those come on when you equip it as such. All right, let me fire up the bike so you can hear what it sounds like. Oh, I have to turn this back on. Hang on one sec. Come alive, Ducati. So yeah, as you can hear, it's pretty quiet normally. And it's sort of a clattery sounding engine at normal speeds. And then when you really get on it, one, you can feel the power of a 1200cc bike. That is not masked at all by its dual sport identity. And really when you get on it, the exhaust sounds so good, it comes alive. So let me rev it out a bit for you here. Yeah, not so quiet when you actually get on it. So yeah, my experience on road has been that this bike is incredibly comfortable, really easy to place it on the road where you want it to. Off-road, it is unbelievable when it comes to how easy and how smooth it makes you ride. You're going over rocks, you're going over pits and crags and all sorts of different obstacles. It just smooths them out so well. I will say the traction is far better on the rockier sections than it is on the loose sand and gravel sections. That hybrid rear tire especially is much better suited to the rockier stuff than it is for the sand and gravel. I kind of want a little more knobbiness of the rear tire if I'm going to be doing some deep sand exploration, as I was. Again, the 575 pound weight at low speeds, it can get a little dicey, but when you're moving, it's not so bad. I also want to point this out. I am 6 feet tall, but I have a longer torso and not crazy long legs. So when I stand up the bike here, I can only fit the balls of my feet on the ground. I can't get my full feet on the ground, and that makes it even a little sketchier when you're dealing with a bike that's this heavy, moving it around at low speeds. It's not so bad, but I would say if you're shorter than I am or you have shorter legs, this is probably not the bike for you, or you're going to need to do an aftermarket lowered seat position, because it just can get a little sketchy when you're moving a bike around, especially when you're on the trails. You do not want to be toppling over in this and having the bike pin you to a rock or something else very dangerous. You can have heated hand grips with the bike. This one does not come with it, and yet you'll still get this graphic, so it's kind of just like a tease. Ducati's like, hey, you should have purchased the heated hand grips. That would have been smart. I did notice that when riding on the highway, this lowered windscreen does increase the buffeting. So if you're going to be commuting with this bike, you either are going to, and I have it adjusted to its highest position here. So if you're going to be commuting, you might want a bigger windscreen. The 7.9 gallon fuel tank is plenty in my experience. The fuel economy is excellent. It was plenty for me to ride 2 hours on the highway and then get to the trails, and then ride on the trails for the rest of the day and into the next day, and still make it out to the gas station with plenty of fuel left in the reserve. I still had a third of a tank after all of that riding, so super impressed with that. Navigating the menu is super easy. The crystal clear display is so nice to look at. Yeah, I'm very impressed with this bike. This sand-colored paint is exclusive to the Enduro Pro package, and it has a rough texture on it, so you're not going to get it marked up if you're coming along branches and brush while you're riding. And the duotone continues on the seat itself. It's just a really well put together bike. I'm super impressed by it. And yeah, it is $23,000 as it sits with the Enduro Pro package. The Enduro bike itself is just over 21. So you're paying a little extra, but I think if you are going to be out on the trails, getting the accessories like the tank guard and the LED lights and the hybrid tires, those are essential. So the Pro package really is a value package at that point. Yes, I said value when I'm talking about a $23,000 bike. Competitors to this, the BMW GS, the KTM Adventure R, the Africa Twin 1000, those kind of bikes, some of them being much cheaper, but in my opinion, the comfort that you have with this bike, the power, the well-sorted suspension, it all makes it a really great value proposition. Totally impressed with the 2018 Ducati Multistrada 1200 Enduro. Thank you for watching, and I've got a POV riding video from this weekend about this bike. Definitely check that out, and I hope you